Welcome to my series where I'm gonna do 60 videos in 60 days as a countdown to the edge of fate. And that's it. All of these videos are pretty much gonna be unscripted. I'm just gonna talk and just see how it goes. Every day I'm gonna try and do a different activity of some kind. Today we're just gonna launch into the nether because there's not really much going on right now.
I will perform
There's the Rite of the Nine, but Rite of the Nine is
and my throne will be his prisoner.
not doing very well because they decided to launch Rite of the Nine again with the same dungeon that they did last week. And that's pretty much it. If you guys don't know me, I am the Loot Doctor. I am an up-and-coming YouTuber. I'm working on it, trying to see where it goes and where I can take it. I'm using my Strand build today. Pretty much my favorite build with the Warlock, pretty much exclusively. And we're just gonna see what happens. So, in these videos, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do. 60 videos in 60 days is quite a task. I'm willing to kind of take on challenges, potentially, if some people see my content and decide to issue me some challenges, maybe. I think the game's a little too loud right now. It feels loud. Might have to turn that down. Alright. This wizard is asking for it, bro. If we get a moment of respite, looks like we got a good spot right here to do so. Sound, yeah, I definitely had this up for like cutscenes or something. I'll keep it at like a 2 or something. It should be loud enough, pretty much. But God, what was I saying? Yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna be doing with these videos. I just want to see if I can do it. I want to see if I can keep consistent and do 60 videos in 60 days in preparation for the Edge of Fate. Maybe if I get enough of a following, then I can start really making some real content on the Edge of Fate and stuff like that. If you didn't know there was a puzzle here, now you do. All 3 of those torches spawn in the same spots every time. There's one right there, one right there, one right there. And that gives you a little chest. Nothing crazy. Got some sigil shards, I guess. But I'm willing to take on any kind of challenges that maybe people give me. I'm not going to say I'm the best in the world. The videos are going to basically be as long as it takes for me to complete whatever activity I'm doing that day. So if you make me try and solo a dungeon on like master difficulty or something, that video might be an hour long and I might struggle the entire way through, but maybe eventually we'll get through it. Please don't send me into PvP, but I'm not gonna say no if I get enough people asking for it. I could make a video probably today or tomorrow, I don't know, sometimes this week, about the tanks versus brigs. That's the new like PvP event that's going on right now. It seems like a fun time, I think. I did do like 1 or 2 rounds of it. And that was kind of it. I got bored of it pretty quickly, but it's fun. I don't know what side I'm on, whether or not tanks are stronger or brigs are stronger. I've seen the argument online. Some people are like tanks are stronger, some people are like brigs are stronger. And then DMG, meanwhile DMG's laughing on Twitter the entire time. He's like, neither one's really broken. Is this a nightmare hunt? Why is there a nightmare hunt here? I didn't even know Nightmare Hunt, and then it's gone. Just like that. I must have imagined it. But in other news, Helldivers is doing quite well right now. They just released a big update. I still have like a love-hate relationship with Helldivers. I really want to like Helldivers, but like I really feel like there's nothing to do in that game. I have been playing it because like the new update is all about like leveling your guns and stuff. And being able to like put attachments on them and like put unlock like skin, like very basic skins, like Arctic white, or and then you can do like an Arctic camo, and then you can do desert like brown, and then you can do desert brown camo. Like they're very basic. I would have loved to see like some more creativity out of that section. But this is like why my like love-hate relationship with Helldivers is so strong, because it's like they did good, but it's not, to me it's like they did good but they didn't do enough, right? Like they still didn't do enough. What the heck? Oh, I haven't done that chess puzzle. If you see me like collect a chess piece, just ignore it, okay? I'm not doing that chess puzzle. That shit's way too complicated and way too long. I watched what happened at the end of it, and I was like, alright, that's cool. But yeah, like, Helldivers, I'm like, cool, you added customization, and like, it's not even like crazy good customization. It's like severely okay. And then they also like, what bothers me a little bit is they didn't do the secondaries, right? Like you can only do your primaries, and like I love my secondaries in Helldivers. I actually like my secondaries more than my primaries. And I can't imagine, I'm not a coder or anything, and I'm not a game dev, but I can't imagine it being that difficult if you made an entire customization system for your primaries to do it for the secondaries. I know like a couple of people were like, oh, it's because of the melees, and I'm like, all you had to do was give the melees skins. It's not even like you had to give them crazy customization. Like, what are you gonna do, slap a bayonet on a sword? No, but I would like bayonets too, and they didn't do that. Like, the customization is just so bare bones for what I expect. For what I expect Helldivers to do. That's like my issue. It's like, I guess I'm thinking too highly of the devs. And it's like not within their power to do these things. But like, I'm almost positive that a bayonet should be well within the realm of capabilities of being able to just slap a bayonet on any weapon. Underbarrel grenade launcher would be really cool, but I'll back up and say is a little too much, you know? All three of those were fantastic options. I was actually struggling to pick right there because I wanted to take like all of those. Is the ogre available? I don't know. Let's get back to some Destiny chatter. Why am I doing the Nether? I don't know. It just felt like it. Again, there's just not really a lot going on in Destiny right now, so I just hopped into the Nether. I'm really still just trying to farm out, one of those, the bow or whatever, the seasonal bow. So I've got my Tome of One focused on the bow right now. Mainly because I want to get it for a good PvP bow. I don't think I need it for a PvE bow. There's really no point. God, I love euphony. Yep, there's a pawn, another chess piece. Slice hatching. I think I have one of those rolls. I have a couple of those just sitting in my vault. God, Edge of Fate's coming and we're all gonna have to do vault cleaning. I don't even think my vault's that bad. Right, like, genuinely, my vault's probably not as bad as most Destiny players. 500 out of 700, that's not too bad. And like a lot of these are just stupid duplicates of things that I need to clear out. I've got like a couple ergosums. I've got like a ton of, this is all armor. Oh yeah, I forgot. It's like all armor and I'm just gonna have to start cleaning that. Because I know Edge of Fate is gonna rework our entire armor system, so that's that, I guess. I wonder how, like, most of the community is gonna take that. I'm super excited for it. I know, like, a couple of people are really worried about the changes they're making, like how they're giving us a weapon stat. But, like, I've seen a couple of people, like, weapon is just gonna be the go-to, like, min-max stat now. And I kind of see what people mean when they say that, but it's not entirely true depending on like how bad it is and how good the other stats are. Like, if they give me the option to maximize grenade, melee, and like super, and like it's actually impactful, I'm gonna probably die right here, but we'll see. Yeah, he got me. That's fine. We got reses, we're good. But like, I'm gonna max out. Like, I don't really care about my guns, to be honest. I care about discipline, melee, and like, or not, well, they're getting rid of resilience, thank God. But like, discipline, strength, and like intellect, right? Like that's what I'm gonna do. Hopefully I can get 200 in all of those stats. If I can only get 200 in one of them, it's gonna be discipline. If I can only get 200 in two of them, it's gonna be discipline and strength. If I can get 200 in discipline, strength, and intellect, that's what I'm doing. 100%. Where did he go? What? Why are you running from me? I feel like a million people have talked about this, but I'm gonna talk about it. I hate the way that they designed, like, big Terminator fights like this, or not Terminator, Tormentor. Like, Tormentor fights like this fight right here are so boring. Like, I hate this thing. It just, like, runs at you, grabs you. Wow. I'm so glad. Like, I'm having so much fun, right? He throws a projectile, he backs up, he throws another 2 projectiles. He runs at me, he jumps, he slams. Throws a projectile. Oh, run and slam again. There you go. He's gonna throw a projectile, probably... Nope, run and slam again, wow. There's the projectile, and then another slam. Is he behind me? No. Now he's behind me. But yeah, he's just a very... Tormentors are boring. They're really, really boring. Generally speaking, I do think that the other one, the subjugators are fairly interesting sometimes. Ow. But in the Edge of Fate, I do really hope that they are going all out on the... Is that a visual bug? That's a visual bug. On the, like, armor sets and stuff that they're gonna give us. They've only showed off a few armor sets, and it doesn't look like they're going crazy with it yet. Like, I'm really sad that they haven't showed off, like, the ones that I'm looking for, which are really specifically, like, the grenade set, the melee set, the elemental sets. Like, I'm really hoping there's elemental sets. I hope there's, like, an all Strand gear set, an all arc gear set. Me and my friends have talked about the only thing that I really don't want them to do is, like, gear sets specific to classes. Or at least not yet, right? Like, maybe in a few, like, a couple months down the line, or like a couple seasons after the expansion, we can go into, like, gear sets specifically for classes, right? So like a hunter gear set, or a titan gear set, or a warlock gear set. I don't know, I don't want them to do gear sets specific for the classes just yet. Like I said, I think eventually it would be a decent idea to, like, give us, I don't know, like a warlock gear set. And then maybe they can do, like, basically just gear sets that work like exotics. So, like, maybe we can get, like, a Broodweaver gear set. And then maybe we can get, like, a... I don't know, like a Titan Striker set or whatever. And Zivu is talking right now. Unfortunately, there's no voice acting. They really need to get over that voice acting strike. I understand that, like, the voice actors want their rights and stuff and don't want people to, like, AI their voices, but, like, I don't know, man. And it's like, I want to, like, specify, I'm not complaining about the voice actors. I'm complaining about the companies not listening to the voice actors. I really need them, by the way. I need Horde Shuttle to be added to Swarmers. That needs to happen, Destiny. Like, I feel like Swarmers are a good exotic, but they're only good for, like, one part of the exotic and not really any other reason for the exotic. It's just the fact that Threadling's Unraveling is so good. It really doesn't matter that, like, Tangles create more Threadlings or whatever. Like, that part's completely irrelevant. Yeah, if you're not using Weavewalk, you're not playing Broodweaver correctly. But yeah, like this part, right? Like, wow, 2 Threadlings. Crazy. Like, that's not significant, bro. If you're doing a Threadling Warlock, this is probably as optimal as you're gonna get the Threadling Warlock build. I know I'm dying a lot, but that's just because I'm rusty and I haven't really played in, like, a while. But, like, this is pretty much as optimal as you're gonna get this build. I know I've seen some other people try and create this build, and, like, they always talk about how the mind spun. Mind spun is like the worst idea ever for the threadling build. The mind spun invocation is pretty much only for the grapple grenade build for the Weaver's Trance thing. I guess if you really wanted to use it for like the grapple grenade, like the grapple, you could, but yeah, for the suspending grenade for the Weaver's Trance is pretty much the only way that this is, yeah, shackle. The only way that mind spawn is good. And that's because I've talked about this before, but we'll talk about it again. I have 5 perch threadlings right now, right? But I want you to imagine, right? If I throw the grenade, it's 3. If I use mind spun invocation and consume the grenade, right? So imagine I consumed it. It would be 5 perch threadlings, right? But I can just get 5 perch threadlings by doing this, alright? Now I have 5 perch threadlings, and then I do this, and throw the grenade, and now it's 8. Right? It's just more threadlings to use Weave Walk. Because you're really not using your melee for much of anything else. Do I have to reactivate this? You're not really using your melee for much of anything else, right? The dart is not that, like, not that crazy by itself, right? I have a good amount of melee regen right now, so the dart is, like, okay at spawning, you know, a tangle, but, like, that's it. So, like, for this build, you want your grenade, you want your class ability, and you want to use your melee for something, you might as well use it for weave walking. It's a good way of going invisible, it's a good way of getting your perch threadlings and then going out of it, right? I've got so much regen right now because of the nether buffs. And then, yeah, like, ever since Weaver's Call got buffed, activating your class ability sends all of your perched threadlings. Oh wait, I forgot. Is this already 8? This is 8 threadlings already, isn't it? Yeah, that's 8, and then plus 3 is 11. I feel like I've said this before correctly in a different video, but I said it wrong just a second ago. And then, like, Euphony is just, like, a good gun. Like, overall, it's easily one of the best, like, threadling orientated weapon. If I wasn't using Euphony, I'd be using the Call. And if not, if you don't want to use Euphony as an exotic, I would recommend Finalities. Finalities is just such a good gun, and they just buffed it. Like, it's so good of a gun. But yeah, if you don't have the Euphony and you, like, really want a good Strand weapon, the Call, bro. You just have to use the Call. The Call is, like, easily the best one. If you wanted, like, a primary ammo one, I mean, the Adamantine, the new, like, healing Strand auto is pretty good. Rufus's Fury is probably one of the best Strand auto rifles in the game if you don't want the Adamantine. That's from the Root of Nightmares raid? Root of Nightmares? Or Salvations? Root of Nightmares, right? Yeah. Also from the Root of Nightmares, the sidearm. I don't remember what the sidearm is called, but I know it's from Root of Nightmares. I think I enjoy the Nether so much just because of the boon system. Like, my grenade is coming back so often because of all the boons I have. Yeah, look at all those threadlings. Look at all those threadlings. Jesus. That's why I want Horde Shuttle, man. That was all Horde Shuttle right there. Especially because of this machine gun. Like, it's not like this machine gun has anything crazy on it for threadlings. It just, that was all Horde Shuttle that procced right there. Strand is without a doubt my my favorite subclass that they've added. I don't know if I'll ever really get over Strand. The threadling mechanic is just like my favorite way to play the game, without a doubt. I don't like how I think a lot of the Strand exotics are like kinda mid. Like, let's talk about them for a second really quick. So like Strand exotics, right? We've got Quicksilver, because it counts, right? It counts. Quicksilver is a Strand exotic if you equip the catalyst, which I think is interesting because you can choose to, like, if I like pull Quicksilver out of my like my collection right now, I can actually choose to not put the catalyst in and keep it as a kinetic weapon, which in my experience is better. Especially because this final blows with the grenades spawn tangles, counts for your tangle cooldown. So it's not like having this gives you more tangles. It doesn't. It just gives you tangles that you could already create, especially with my build. Final warning is like a very good unravel weapon, but like my build permanently unravels everything, as you can see from my gameplay. So like this is also like a very mid exotic to me. It's one of the highest damage primaries in the game. That's cool, I guess. And then you've got Navigator, which I think that this weapon was a complete miss across the board. It's the weirdest support weapon, and the only thing that makes it good is the catalyst, and the catalyst completely breaks the fantasy of what the gun's origin is for, right? Like dealing sustained damage severs targets, shooting at an ally gives woven mail, so it's clearly supposed to be a support weapon. And then like this is the idea behind this, was to give your allies grapple points to feed into that support mentality, and that's not what people use it for. People use this for a DPS weapon so that they can spam grapple melee. Wishkeeper is okay, I guess. It's a very good suspend weapon. I use it for my suspension build, for my like Weaver's Trance build. That's Kavastov. I don't feel like doing that quest. Euphony is peak. I love Euphony. We're just gonna skip that. And then Barodiad, where this is not even a Strand gun. I don't know why this is a Strand gun. There's no reason for this to be a Strand gun. There's one catalyst that gives it hatchling, but I feel like they could have done a different catalyst and made this a kinetic weapon. Because this is a blight weapon, right? It's all about taken and doing taken damage, right? There's two other blight weapons in the game, and neither one of them are Strand. They're both kinetic, right? Like this is a blight weapon. This is a taken blight weapon. It literally fires a blight if you have the catalyst. Now, right here, actually, charges up with blight. Right, so this is a blight weapon, and it's not taken, or it's not Strand. So why is this weapon Strand? Like this could have been kinetic. It should have been kinetic. There's no reason that this is a Strand weapon. And then with that same blight mentality, we're talking about Thorn. Thorn is the other blight weapon, or like taken blight weapon, and it also is kinetic, not Strand. And so is Malfeasance. Malfeasance is the other one that I was trying to think of. We're almost done, but yeah, I mean, 60 days, 60 videos, that's the goal. And again, every single one's gonna be like completely unscripted, just yapping. I don't know. I just want to see if I can do it for my own reasonings, my own personal judgment of myself. Can I stay consistent? Can I make 60 videos in 60 days? No matter how low effort they are, they're just 60 videos in 60 days. And it's my way of like counting down the days for Edge of Fate, because like I am genuinely excited. I want Destiny to succeed. I want Destiny to evolve into the next stage, right? I love Destiny. I think it's probably my favorite game ever. The universe, the gameplay, the story, the lore, like everything about Destiny. I hate fucking Tormentors though, but everything about Destiny is pretty much like, or the reason why it's my favorite game, right? The community, as much as some of you are words I can't say. I was trying to think of something nice to say, but I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. Some of you are great. Some of you are not. Yeah, like Tormentors on high difficulty. That's so fun. It's so fun that he almost one-shot me. It's so fun. So great. I'm glad that we're getting like a new place as well. Like I'm so sick of revisiting old areas, even though I already know we're going back to the Plaguelands as well. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe in the comments you guys can, like I said, try and challenge me to something if you want. I'll see if I can do it. I'll see if it's something worth doing. Try and keep it within the realm of Destiny, I guess is the best way I can say that. Right, as long as it's something in Destiny. I wanna make all 60 videos about Destiny. Right, no Elden Ring speedrun or something stupid. And yeah, the videos are gonna be the duration of whatever the activity is. So I mean, some of these videos might be like 10 to 5 minutes long if I go speed run a strike for some reason. But in the comments, you guys can also tell me what you're excited for, maybe, or like what you're excited for in Edge of Fate. Maybe some other topics or opinions you want me to mention. Some builds, maybe. I mean, I'm not against doing part of the video about doing a build. I'm still gonna do like some activity, but part of the video can be about a build maybe you want me to show off. I am not very hunter-y. I'm pretty... I have like one Titan build. I have like 4 to 5 hunter builds. And then I have like 27 warlock builds. You know what I mean? Like... I love my warlock more than I love anything else. But that's that. We got him pretty easy. No issues. The Nether was hard at the beginning, you know, when it first came out, but eventually you get used to it. It's pretty easy encounter. The only time I really died was in that first encounter because of that Tormentor. The Tormentor is a real piece of work. Full on alloys because they basically removed crafting and there's no reason to have alloys basically anymore. An hour? God, we're definitely gonna have to cut this video down 100%. But so yeah, that's the video. Welcome to my 60 days series, and yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next video. And remember that today's prescription is good RNG.